All right, troops, welcome to Action League. My name is Owen. So, welcome, J-Man, Charlie, and Stephen. How are you?
What's
Good.
happening?
Living the dream.
Oh, yes. So, tonight we don't have Sean or John. They have better offers. So, it's just the four of us. They're literally doing anything else.
Well, I was going to put J-Man and Sean because we have the same opinion on this movie almost exactly. And then John loves everything. So
Yeah.
I could do John's part and Sean's part and my own part. I can do them all.
Yeah, precisely. So, yeah. So, yeah, we'll be seeing The Running Man on Friday night. Me and Steve and Ed will be seeing that. So, Steve is actually kind enough to do the review if anyone was watching last week. So he's going to do that. So I'm just stepping back for a few days while I get a little break because I've been too busy lately. And that is it. Really, not much else going on, is there? Any other news? So I'm interested in Dolph Lundgren joining up with Scott Adkins for one last shot. That sounds cool.
Yes.
Saw that post the other day.
Nice way to
I saw that. Yeah.
Sounds cool. So,
was there no trailers? I feel like there's something that I feel like there was something going out. Good. I can't remember. I thought there was something coming out, but maybe it was Running Man. I was watching some stuff on Running Man. I mean, you're going to compare it to. I guess it's inevitable to compare it to Schwarzenegger's.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can let me know. I might go see it. There's a chance I might go, but it'll be on the Cheapy Tuesday. Yeah. But if you both come back and say it's awful, then I'm not going because I'm not going to spend the money. I'll let you take the hit on that. But
I don't think it's going to be awful because I've heard that everyone's been saying that the action scenes are really good in it and it's like really slickly made. So I'm like, well, that's all right.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go see it next week. I can't do it the weekend. So me and a buddy of mine are like going to hit like a Tuesday or Wednesday, whichever the cheap day is.
Yeah, cheapy day.
We're going to go watch it that way. But I want to go see it. We've been talking like, what movie you want to go see? And I'm like, nothing. There's literally nothing been worth my money to go watch. And he loves to go. He'll go without me sometimes. And I'll just get like, it was good. It sucked. No, it really sucked. You shouldn't have went. It's just, that's movie going now.
Well, we're back in the day, you'd come back from a movie and you'd be so pumped and you'd tell people to go watch and then you'd go watch it with them. Like, even with like, I remember like Ninja Turtles, because we did that one not too long ago. Obviously, like, Terminator 2 and all the big ones. But you'd come back and be like, holy shit, did you fucking see Terminator 2? No, I haven't seen it. What are you doing? We got to go now. Like, it's like you'd like force your friends to go and then and then you'd make fun of them for not going, the first time. It's like now it's like you get a text, yeah, it was all right. Like you're like, okay.
That's what I get updates like that.
Say Toxic Avenger was the last one that came to mind. Somebody went and it's like Toxic Avenger, a new Toxic Avenger movie. It's like, yeah, it was okay. It's like, okay,
I've never bothered watching it. Like I even saw it on DVD in the store the other day. I was like, well, I'll buy it. I was like, nah.
I watched the first 25 minutes, and it's. I mean, it looks like a normal movie. So the problem is that it looks like a normal movie. Like Toxic Avenger is supposed to be bonkers and silly and outrageous and offensive and stupid and all of that together. That's the charm of it. And it has to look a bit cheap too, right? It's got to be all of that together.
I hear it looks a bit too glossy. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like a legit movie, and you're like, yeah, but it's not. And God, he didn't even turn into the Toxie yet. He was still being normal. This kid doesn't like. Here's another thing too. He has a kid, and the kid's like, oh, whatever. I'm like, I hate this kind of angle in these movies where it's like the kid is being the kid in this one. When we get to this movie, we got who was that? Is that Eliza Dushku?
Eliza Dushku.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, we might as well get on to this movie then. So this may be a shorter stream than usual, but who knows? Sometimes we can just go off on tangents. So who knows? It could be 15 minutes. It could be 15 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Just find out. So
True Lies says, "Shut the fuck up, Charlie."
Exactly. And one session you're just going past right now. So I remember seeing True Lies in the cinema back in 1994, and I remember my brother wouldn't go see it. He actually saw it before me. He hated it. He said, "You don't see it, it sucks." I was like, oh, "Okay," but I didn't actually know until like a while back that it was a remake of a French film called La Totale. Like it was some farce movie. Yeah. So, and that's the thing because like movie is kind of a farce, really. And it's funny even now. I do think it's sort of considered one of Arnold's lesser movies. Nobody ever really talks about it. Whenever like, oh, what's your top Arnie movies? They'll say like Conan, Terminator, Commando, Predator, Total Recall, or whatever. And this is sort of farther down the list. And this isn't one of my favorite Arnold movies. I think A, it's too long. I think B, it's really stupid. And this is blasphemy because I love Bill Paxton, but I actually hate that storyline. The only thing which oh, there you go. Jimmy likes it. Well done, Jimmy. One thing which annoyed me though is that I saw an article on Joe Blow, was it last year, talking about it, and it was some like fucking virtue signaling guy saying, "Yeah, but this may be sexist towards Jamie Lee Curtis," and I was like, "Really?" Because Jamie Lee Curtis is no shrinking violet. Last I saw, and she's quite capable, and even now she's interviewed, and she said this is one of the most fun she's ever had on a movie. She loved it.
Yep.
And she had absolutely no problem at all. So I was like, how about you not bother sticking up for people who don't need sticking up for and shut the fuck up?
Right.
It's just one of these things where people are trying to create controversy when there isn't any.
Virtue signaling, all that.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Joe Blow is irrelevant. Yeah, they stopped being good a long time ago. So but there is plenty. I like the action scenes are incredibly slick. It's good fun. Jimmy, I've got the 4K of it. It's okay. I mean, it's the best the film has looked, but everybody looks a bit waxy. It definitely looks like there's been some AI fuckery done to it, which is weird, and it's a little jarring. But on the other hand, it didn't really bother me that much. But the action scenes are good. I remember because Ed always thought that the ending was really stupid with the plane and everything and all that. And I suppose it is, but it's so cool anyway. I always enjoyed that. It's just so over the top, and also it's pretty much my second favorite bad guy death of all time. I mean, you're fired. I mean, what's not to like about it? That's awesome. Eliza Dushku is annoying in it. She's just like a stupid teenager. But that's the thing, is that Hollywood has always done that, particularly in like the 80s and 90s, where they made a lot of the teenage kids just like really annoying and stupid. And they can be like that in real life, but rarely like that. Just as such a movie trope that they overdo that, where particularly teenage girls, where they make them just look insufferable all the time.
Commando didn't do it though.
No,
that's true. Yeah, she was younger then, mind you, but I don't know, like maybe a 90s thing or whatever. Yeah, Commando was good.
It is a 90s thing. Yeah. And I have a theory.
Oh, okay. We'll get to that in a minute. What else? Yeah, Brad Fiedel did the music to this, and he did music to Terminator movies, but the score is fine to this, but it's not one that's really memorable. It's like it's like the theme tune. It's fine. There's a horse action scene where it's like going in the elevator and everything. That's kind of fun. The movie is fun. Good, lots of fight scenes, like the bathroom action scene and things like that. I do really enjoy Jamie Lee Curtis in it. I think she almost steals the movie. Bill Paxton is funny, but I don't know, there's just something about that storyline. I kind of hate the way that Arnold treats her in it, though, whenever he's sort of interrogating her. I know there's the whole point to it, whatever, but you're just like, you're being kind of overly cruel to her there, but whatever. That's part of the story. I don't know. If I were to review this, I'd probably give it 3, maybe 3.5 stars. I enjoy True Lies, but when I want to watch an Arnie movie, this is rarely at the top of the pile. So that's where I'm at. So, Steve, over to you.
So this came out in 94, right? So I would have been 17, I think. I was super excited to see this movie. This is when I was, really getting interested in film. I knew Cameron had just done Terminator. It was a Schwarzenegger movie. I basically saw all Schwarzenegger movies in the theater at that point. Jamie Lee Curtis, I've loved her. I loved her since Fish Called Wanda, because I saw Halloween, but I think I saw Fish Called Wanda first. So that's where I really first saw her. And I didn't know about Trading Places till much later. So, I sat down and I watched it. I came out of theater. I'm like, that movie wasn't that good. That was really my first impression. I'm like, that was really disappointing, actually. I do have the 4K of it now. I did watch it to watch the stream. It's one of those movies that if you put it on, I can sit down and watch it okay, but I don't really be like, to your point, Owen, I'm like, oh, let's put True Lies on. I'm like, I'm rarely like raring to see True Lies. When I was watching it again, so I broke it into 3 acts. So the first act is 43 minutes, and it's with the terrorists, and it sets everything up, and it's pretty good. the Tom Arnold character gets insufferable at points because he just never shuts up. And I'm just like, shut up. Eventually, I'm just like, shut up. Like, the banter just gets to me a bit. But 43 minutes, I'm like, okay, cool, 43 minutes. Then the second 43 minutes happens. And literally what happens is that James Cameron or whoever it is stands up, unzips his pants, and you hear all over the movie. Because that 43 minutes, the terrorists are gone, everything is gone. It's about his him realizing that he's neglected his marriage and all this stuff. And and they're using all these, even say you're using all these resources to do this. And it's just like you either accept it or don't. But if you don't, then the movie's really like, what the fuck is going on? Bill Paxton, like he's the perfect slime ball, but like he's in it far too much. Like
that story goes on too long.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Get rid of this guy. Like it would have been better if he had proved to be an actual spook. I think that would have made the movie far more interesting, because then it'd be like, wait a minute, who's this guy? And if you knew about short, you could have played with that, but they went the easy route, which is, he's just a total fraud and whatnot. Whatever. When they get kidnapped and sent to the island, the movie basically restarts again in a manner of speaking, like the terrorist threat is back and all that stuff. So it sort of redeems itself in the third act, but that second act just kills the movie for me a lot. Eliza Dushku. So yeah, I didn't care for her very much either. I think what happened is, my theory is that in the 80s, because there's a lot of male filmmakers, right? They were new fathers, and they were like, that's why the kids were like, very hopeful and all that stuff. And then they got to the 90s, and those kids who were in the 80s now became teenagers, and the filmmakers are like, I'm raising douchebags. Like, they're all teenagers, they're insufferable. So that's when all the teenagers became insufferable, especially the girls. If you think about Dominique Swain in Face Off, she's insufferable. There's a lot of insufferable female like daughters in the 90s. I think it's just because the filmmakers all became dads of these teenagers and went, oh God, this is terrible. I can't stand having teenagers for children. That's my theory anyway. Yeah, but she's no good. Like, she's stealing. Why is she stealing? Why is she doing all this stuff? I'm like, why is this happening? Jamie Lee Curtis is cool. I liked her standing up and saying, I love my husband and all that, and she wasn't doing anything weird. She's going through a midlife crisis. Okay, fine. I've heard about the midlife crisis thing. I myself haven't gone through it, so sure, people go through it. I really like the villain in this. Art Malik is very good. He's got the eyes and everything, and he's very good, even though he does get thwarted by a teenager at the end. So that's a little bit, again, stupid. I mean, the problem is that this movie keeps trying to be a comedy, and I feel like it's not good enough to be a comedy. That's the problem. It's better as an action movie. Do like the death at the end. There's a lot of good action scenes. As far as the AI and the 4K, I did find a couple of the shots looked too good, like really good. Like, I'm like, that looks unnatural. But generally, it didn't bother me. It was like, whatever. They're a little bit more like flesh tone, but like, whatever. I don't really care. Overall, the movie's very fun, very watchable. But again, it's James Cameron, to me, weakest film by far, and it's probably one of Schwarzenegger's weakest films.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so Charlie?
Man, I'm going to be on my own island over here. Good. I love True Lies, man. I enjoy the hell out of this movie. I was about 14 when this came out. I didn't get to see it in theaters, but Dad rented it immediately. The running joke is, when I first saw True Lies, it was an hour and a half. Dad had rented it, told my mom I could watch it. Mom forgot to tell me. Dad came home from work, and to get the movie back before we had to pay a late fee, I had an hour and 45 minutes. So Dad's like, here we go. It starts the movie. Something boring would happen. He'd hit fast forward. Right. Then he'd hit play. This is important. Pay attention. Got to the Jamie Lee Curtis strip dance. watching her dance super fast. And he goes, "This is funny." Hits play. She falls down, laughs my ass off, jumps back up, and then watch the entire like last third of the movie going, I don't know what I just watched, but this was the greatest thing I've ever seen. This is awesome. And then we had bought it for Dad for like Christmas or something, so we always got him an Arnold movie, and I watched the hell out of this movie. I've always had the shitty DVD. Was the only thing we've ever had of this one. It was horrible. It was like widescreen and shrunk in, so that you were just watching this little rectangle of True Lies. So I was hyped when the 4K came out. Like, I was super excited. I see what everyone's talking about, the waxiness, the like, what are you doing? It doesn't hurt it. Honestly, it's the best I've seen the movie.
Yeah,
ever.
it didn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
4K purists can be tedious though with the way they complain about things, whatever. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, screw it. Like, okay, I can see his stunt double way more clearly in the snow fight than anything, but it's fine. It's whatever. This movie just always kept my attention as a kid. Like, there was just stuff happening. All that opening segment where he gets into the mansion is very James Bond. Down to the snowmobiles, skiers, just a lot of fun quips. Had a blast with it. I like the espionage, James Bond-ish Arnold movie. The Bill Paxton thing doesn't bother me because I enjoy Bill Paxton. I find it funny. As a kid, I didn't understand the married life or anything, but now I watch it going, okay, as a married guy, you're kind of putting yourself in Arnold's position of what he's doing. He has the tools available. Let's use them. He says it in the movie. We do it illegally every single day. We're going to do it for me right now. I like Tom Arnold, but I'm also the guy that likes Freddy's Dead. That is one of my favorite, Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Oh, that's a super bad take. But anyway,
hey,
that's like the worst.
Now you're playing with power, sir. I fucking love Freddy's
Dead. Unfortunately, there was no playing of power in that movie.
Got the power glove. But no, I like it. So if that tells you why I like True Lies, fuck it, I don't care. But
it all makes sense now.
I love whenever they attack Bill Paxton's little trailer, whatever, and they hold him over the dam and he pisses himself. It's fucking hilarious. And then the end of the movie is a whole nother extra action movie. They capture him, they do all this other stuff. He goes through the interrogation. The way he's talking to that one guy, I'm going to take that thing over there, and then I'm going to use your human shield, and then I'm going to break your neck, and then and he does everything exactly as he says. She drops the Sylvester Stallone joke that is in every Arnold movie. It's like, I married Rambo.
Right.
Dropping the Uzi down the steps. Fucking love it. It's some of my favorite. The other guy fighting Arnold and both of them stopping, going, what the fuck is happening? And they both duck at the same time. Hilarious. I love it. And it ends with a goddamn nuclear explosion and a Harrier jet with, like Owen said, the greatest, probably second greatest villain death besides Hans Gruber is launching a bad guy off of the Stinger missile. Okay,
Universal Soldiers number 1.
Oh, your discharge sarge.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that.
No one beats that. Nobody beats that.
I'll give you that one. And best in the end line. So we'll go with all that.
Yeah.
But you fire not just the missile with the bad guy on it, but into a helicopter of his own men. Like, it's just fucking awesome.
That's genius. I love that moment. I cheer every time at that scene.
real Harrier jets, real helicopters, real shit happening. Okay, sometimes it gets a little goofy. The bird landing on the front of the van and tipping it over. Don't care. Funny, especially when they launch the rocket launcher and the one guy's like, the fuck are you idiots doing? Yeah. And he gets back blasted all the way through. And he's like half burnt Looney Tunes style. It's funny, it's stupid, but it's just action. It's just a lot of fun,
and the action is fantastic as well.
Yeah.
You got like blowing up the bridge sequence and stuff like that, and
Jamie Lee Curtis hanging from a helicopter.
Yeah, we also haven't mentioned the greatest aspect of this entire movie, Tia Carrera, the goddess.
I was going to mention if nobody else was.
I mean, at 14-15, Wayne's World was life. I was watching that as soon as it was on VHS. Yeah. So, I knew who she was. You're seeing her in this. To me, no bad actors. I'm having fun. I've seen James Bond, a horse, and jumping from buildings, and a motorcycle chase, and everything leading up to this insane ending. And I still go, if someone asks me, like, what is that? And they get it's a snow cone machine. Every time, I don't care. Is it espresso? Just I it's an escapism movie for me. Like, I can turn it on now, and now that I have a good copy of it, I've actually watched this one 2 or 3 times since I've got it. I'll just throw it in. I mean, thankfully mine came with a Blu-ray player, so in the shop I can still throw in my Blu-ray and watch it. But dude, I just have a ball with this movie, man. I think the reason people don't talk about it is because it did kind of disappear. Once it hit that first DVD release, everybody's like, it's not.
They never gave it Blu-ray, and then it just kind of disappeared. And that was Cameron, I think, wanted to fuck around with AI or whatever, and then the film kind of lost its relevance. And then after 9/11, he never wanted to do a sequel or whatever. And I think he kind of buried it for a while, and they didn't want it.
I think he ignored it himself. I don't know because maybe it didn't have the fanfare of it. But I mean, this is like around the time of Last Action Hero for me and all. I mean, Arnold was life because also at 14 or 15 I'm being introduced to action movies. Like that's the age where dad's like, okay, here's where we're going to start, and you're just going to go. And then now it's like, oh, there's a brand new Arnold movie. Oh shit, hell yeah. Waiting for dad to watch it the night before to make sure I could watch it. We were still in that mode. And that was the other thing. There's nothing bad in this movie. There's some language and some killing, but this is one you can let your 13 or 14-year-old kid watch. There's nothing, overtly sexual in anything other than a strip dance. There's no nudity running around, but it still feels like a complete action movie to me. But we can talk more about the other stuff later, but I love it. I love True Lies.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. There was something I was going to say, but I can't remember. So over to you, Jay.
All right.
I'll think about it.
So I've seen this movie 3 times, once in the theater. And I have, when I saw it in the theater, I was Charlie. And then I became Owen when I saw it the second time. And then I became Steve when I saw it the third time, except I'm even more polar than Steve. So the beginning part, so 3 acts, exactly as Steve said. Act 1 is fucking awesome. Like, I love the horse stuff, all of it. Like, everything was like, this is. So I'm watching it again the other night. I was like, what the hell? Why am I not watching this more often? Then I remembered that entire middle act, I would give it 0 out of 10. It's absolutely despicable crap. The Bill Paxton stuff is awful. It's not funny. It's stupid. I don't think it's. Well, what did Joe Blow say? It was like a sexual, like.
And they said it was offensive, basically, and sexist or whatever because of her doing the dance and whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it is for that, but it's pretty degrading to her because like they're treating her like a piece of garbage, and they're
that's what I'm saying. He treats her like shit. Yeah,
like I mean, this is outrageous. Yeah. I'm married, and I'm like, what married man wrote this?
Yeah,
and when Steve said it's a French movie, You literally, when you said it was, I didn't know this. When you said it was a remake of a French movie, whoever said that, Owen. Owen, that was Owen. Yeah, when you said it was a remake of a French movie, I literally did not know that until you said it, and it all made sense. The whole movie, because they're weird, and I've seen a lot of these French movies, and they all have this weird stuff.
James' opinions are not the opinions of the action lead.
In this case, they probably are. And you can trust me. And Steve and I have seen the same French movies because we took the same courses in film school. So it's like, they're all it's very funny to them. It's not funny here. And then they're holding him over the thing. I'm like, this is a human being. Like, the guy's a bit of a scumbag. It's like, but your wife is going with him. Like, she should have said, F you, I'm not doing this. Like, it's like that entire thing is awful. It's absolute dog shit. I like the first part's a 10 out of 10. Then it goes to I would literally say 0 out of 10. I was just like, God, this is fucking garbage. Like, when is this going to be over? Then the last part is back to 10 out of 10. Man, all that action is awesome. There's a lot of intense stuff going on, like with her in the helicopter, all the stuff that Charlie was mentioning, all that. I think it's all super cool. Like, I was like, man, this is awesome. James Cameron, man, his action is crazy.
He knows how to shoot action. The action is fantastic.
So what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with this movie? The entire and it is like I thought like, oh yeah, I remember this wasn't that good. I thought it was like 10, 15 minutes. It's fucking 40 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn. And the movie's already too long. I was like, you need to remove this entire fucking garbage shit out of this. It actually is offensive. I'm like, this is your wife, man. Like, you're the one who's not there. Like, I mean, and also it's like get your shit together. And like, also it's like she's being stupid too. I hated everyone. It made him look stupid. It made him look stupid and petty, and it makes her look stupid, like just completely stupid. Like, oh, I'm buying into this guy's stupid shtick. And then it's like stuff with the car. Oh, we're taking him out for a drive. Is this supposed to be funny? Like, it's just like,
that
it goes
shit
on
was
for
funny. He punches him in the face in a dream, and then he snaps back. That shit's hilarious.
Not to me. I thought it was pretty awful.
Scares the hell out of him just parking that damn thing.
But like it's like it's outrageous. It is a French thing. There's a lot of these. Remember Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie? You remember that one? Anyways, there's a lot of these weird movies that have this. As soon as you said it, I was like, okay, I understand now what this is going. But yeah, so I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you remove that I would just actually remove it and let the plot not make sense. And they just get like she's doing a dance for him, and then they get captured. Like, why was that happening? I don't know. Like, because it's so awful for me. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking I was thinking about chaptering. I was like, maybe I was like, no, I got to watch this whole thing. It's awful. I hate it. But the beginning is 10 out of 10, and the ending is 10 out of 10. I love the outrageous action.
Yeah, that saves the movie for me.
It there's a lot of tense, and I agree with the girl there. That's irritating. Like, but you know what? She took the key and ran off. That was pretty smart. Like, that was a smart thing. They needed that key. So I don't know. You're saying James Cameron unzipped his pants. I think James Cameron, maybe he was having a kidney stone and he left. And then this other guy came. Then the French director that made the French version came in. He's like, I will continue this movie or whatever. And then he starts making it. And then he makes the shit version. James Cameron came back. He's like, what did you do? This is so stupid. And he's like, it's funny. The Americans will laugh at it. It's like, no, they won't. It's garbage.
Yes, I did.
It's like, maybe Charlie.
I laughed at it.
Charlie will laugh at it. Sure. It's like, but the Canadians won't laugh at it. That's for sure. The Canadians won't laugh at it.
Sophisticated Canadians will.
Yeah, exactly.
You humorless Canucks. Jesus.
I've literally,
shit.
Charlie doesn't even drink tea. That's how bad that is.
Fuck tea. What the hell?
He just drinks that Pepto-Bismol stuff every week.
Yeah,
I got peach crush tonight.
Oh, there we are.
That is nice. We don't have that. We don't have any of those flavors. We only have this.
Yeah, because we're allowed to have sugar and meat and salt and
and diabetes.
And I'm having water.
And everything else. I need Eagle Scream soundbite right now. That's what I need.
Right. Yeah. Look, the end. That guy getting shot in the missile is absolutely 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Like that is. So I don't know what to do with this movie. I literally don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, there's at least 90 minutes
off. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
I don't know if I can. I think what I would do is I would literally just skip it and pretend that part didn't, because it's not like I can just watch through it. It's too long. If it was a couple of scenes, it could be amusing. It's mildly amusing, but then they're using the government like that. I'm like, but it just makes Schwarzenegger look petty. Like, and he should be like, oh, she's cheating on me. Well, then, screw her. I don't care. I don't know. I know that, I don't know. They should have had that storyline. It could have just been that she's bored. She's a bored housewife. He's neglecting her.
She wanted some excitement, which is basically what it is.
Yeah. And I don't mind him. I don't mind him finding out that she's bored and maybe she's considering, going out with Bill Paxton or something. He sees that, he's like, oh my God, I've got to, do something. And then maybe he could give her that excitement. Seem like he's like, oh, come and do this and have the striptease and make it a little bit more kinky for himself and be like, and then they come in and kidnap her. And you could, oh man, I can't believe it. Yeah, this is a super French movie. I don't know how I didn't even think, because all the stupid plot things that happen, I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly one of these movies. And we've seen like 3 or 4 of them in classes. Like, oh my God, this is exactly how these are. And it's always like, you either just accept that that's how dumb this is going to be. Yeah. But the thing is, I don't think it's that dumb outside of those parts. Like, I know it's silly action with the horse, but to me, like, having that horse, I was like, this is fucking
awesome. A real horse. So
it's a real horse. He's really doing
it. It's awesome.
I love that the horse didn't jump, because the horse is like, I'm not going to jump, you dumbass.
It's smart.
It's smart. Yeah, horses aren't going to do.
I actually love that scene. Yeah.
When's the last time you've seen anyone take a chance like that? Like,
no, it's awesome.
In this,
it's like, awesome.
What? Yeah, it's a horse versing a motorcycle.
Cycle is awesome
in a building.
Yep, it's awesome. Yeah,
that's the Mad Libs of action right there. Just give me a place, give me a vehicle, give me an animal. We're gonna make an action scene now.
No, because they really thought through. James Cameron is awesome for that. He thinks through those bits. Yeah, it's like motorcycle, horse. It's like, well, that is not in any other movie. You've never seen that in a building and up an elevator and all this stuff. That's never been seen. Even the bathroom scene, we've seen fights in bathrooms many times. But it's pretty awesome.
It's cheese at the end of that.
Like, you know what the French part of it was? The guy taking a crap on the toilet. That's the French
James
part.
Cameron's dad.
Is that James Cameron's dad taking a crap?
Yeah.
So why didn't they tell
me?
Did
I make that up? I think that's true.
Why didn't they tell me they were filming? It's like,
right.
We're filming. It's not, but that's a Steve. Like you've seen is that not a French? That's like a French comedy thing. Like, isn't that funny that there's a guy taking a dump? I'm like, not really.
No,
it's completely. Remember, these are the folks who thought Jerry Lewis was a comic god, and it's like, okay, he's good, but
he's funny. Yeah, he's funny.
He's funny, but like, come on, guys, like
it's all gags. They like gags like that.
They like gags. They like,
the guy's taking a shit. Isn't that funny? Like
they're more on the. They love the degradation at the social level. They think that's funny. They think
it's funny.
People pedestals is funny. That's the way.
Yeah, like he peed himself. They held him, and then he got so scared he peed. Isn't that funny? Now I don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, if he sued those guys, and if they're going,
what if he had a heart attack?
What if he had a heart attack and died? It's like, isn't that funny? No.
Yeah. But like. In the middle, when he said, "Oh, I want to give her an adventure," that part's fine. When he finds out that she's bored, and he's like, that sort of thing. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with them talking to her. But that scene just goes on too long. Like they keep. She said, and she even says, "If you're going to keep asking me the same question over and over again, we're going to be here forever." So,
like, she's traumatized. The problem is she's traumatized after that. Like. That's Matt. I know
she's not him for that.
I know, this is so weird to me. Like, I don't.
It is definitely a French thing.
Yeah.
But like, I did enjoy. I was just thinking, I did enjoy the score a lot. Maybe because I'm score starved now, and there's no interesting scores. But when
music was okay.
Like when I hear the music, I'm like, yep, that's True Eyes. Yeah. But I did enjoy too, Charlie. Then where he's like the actual like when he describes everything. But I love the part when he's like. How do you think you're going to do it? He's like, my handcuffs? He's like, It's like, I picked it.
Well, that's awesome. All that is super awesome.
I love it.
And he holds it up to show him
he plays it so awesome too because he's
awesome.
halfway.
Yeah, but Arnie's great in it. I mean, no one's questioning Arnie's awesomeness in this.
Of course.
He is as entertaining as always. It's funny mentioning the French thing because like Van Damme's past few movies have been in French, like The Gardener and then the Mercenary. Is that what it's called?
Was it The Mercenary?
Yeah, both were fucking terrible and two of his worst movies. So that's and like The Gardener was filled with these stupid bits of humor, and I was like,
right,
who is this for? I was like, handicapped monkeys. I was like,
and man, this is what the one benefit that we have on these, like, and Sean was in the same course as I was, is like you got to see a lot of variety of these dumb movies, and you're like, okay, I get it. They like this kind of shit. I don't think it's very funny. Think one of our friends, he thinks it's hilarious. It's like, oh, that's so funny. The guy was taking a shit. It's like, this is not funny. Right? Like, I don't. This is not funny. Like, he pissed himself. Isn't that funny? Why is there poo and piss jokes in this? Like, he urinated and then he urinated himself again. He at the posh party. It's like, are you on a mission? Like, what is happening? Like, I just and then why is she a thing at the end? That's dumb too. I don't like that either. She's now like, and that's totally a friend thing. Now it's like a family of spies. It's like, is this spy
Boris
kids?
and Natasha? They tell you that. That's
Boris
that's the
joke.
Yeah, Boris and Natasha. Yeah,
they're making that whole which isn't that French too? Boris and Natasha?
No. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure about it.
Russian.
Oh yeah, Boris. Well, they're Russian, but is it a French?
Yeah, I can't remember who actually. I was sitting here trying to think. I don't watch a lot of French. If you say French movie to me, I'm thinking like Kiss of the Dragon with Jet Li, which is also very offensive to women if you watch that movie, but it's an awesome action movie.
Yeah, I don't think it's offensive for sexualizing her in that way. I think it's just offensive as like, why are you treating like it's just
your
like
wife that.
Your wife like that? Yeah, like it's just weird. Like
I'm not going to defend any of that, and I will say this movie is way too long.
Yes.
almost 2.5 hours of an action movie.
Yeah,
and where do you cut it?
Easy, yeah.
So Charlie, so then where do you cut it? You cut
it in the middle because there's nothing to cut out of the. But you still have to get. So the whole thought process is we have to show that there is a problem with the marriage. How do we get them bending the marriage in the movie so that we get this ending? And I get that. I'm with you, Jay, man. How do you do that?
Right.
Like, unless you're just gonna blank it out, or you figure out a different way to get her involved in an adventure, that Arnold puts together for her, not in this way, but eliminate the Bill Paxton part, and he puts an adventure together for her that's safe, and then his cover gets blown and it turns into the terrorists jumping in on this little, thing they have set up for her.
You don't actually have to change it that much.
I would
have him as the actual spook, and he actually is moving in on his wife because he's like, everyone in the business knows that you are neglecting, it's a running joke, inside joke, like Gibb and all the other people, we all make fun of it. So I'm moving in, and that's it. And then he finds out he's moving in. He still attacks him, but he's like, oh, you think you could just move in on my marriage? And then he goes and he's like, why did you do that? And she says, well, I'm bored. And then he gives her permission. You actually don't have to change the storyline that much. You just have to make Bill Paxton ungoofy. I would make him like another spook, someone who they have a passing acquaintance, but he works in the office with Schwarzenegger. And I would make it that he doesn't do the intimidation tactics because he doesn't need to. He's like, well, you're still an asset. I don't really need to, I'm not doing that, but stay away from my wife. You just have to make it a little bit more serious and not as insulting, and you can make that middle part work.
What if he sees Bill Paxton talking to her and she looks like she's enjoying it? He's going to go meet her for lunch the way it was in the movie, and then he sees them chatting and she's having some fun. He's like, oh, who's this guy? Like, what's going on here? And he overhears that this guy's pretending like he's a spy or something. He's like, oh, my wife wants an adventure.
Yeah.
Then he takes that, and then we don't see the Bill Paxton character again. And then he just takes that to be like, oh, because she rejected him, but looked like she was into it for a minute. And maybe then he does a little thing just privately, says, oh, it's like, we have your husband captured, come to this hotel room or something. And then she comes there, something just to be like, and then she's like, oh, he's like, oh, I saw you and you wanted some excitement. I'm sorry, I've been distant or something. And then he doesn't admit that he's a spy. Then they break in and grab. And then he's forced to admit it in front of her because now they're screwed. I don't know. I just felt like I wasn't like insulted or anything. It's just like, I'm like, I don't care. And this sucks. It makes him look stupid and petty. I'm going to use government resources to spy on her. It's like, you're supposed to be like a big tough guy. Why are you destroyed now over this? And why are you going to, and Tom Arnold, I like Tom Arnold in this. I actually thought he was super funny in this. And I like the hacker guy too. I like all the characters. I like Jamie Lee when
Charlton Heston has the best line of the movie.
Oh, he's awesome.
This isn't blowing my skirt up, gentlemen.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah,
I say it all the time.
Man, you know what? They should have had Tia Carrere do that dance now. Then,
my God, yes.
If they had done that, then I would have been like, no problem. I'm good.
11 out of 10.
Then it's a 10 out of 10. No questions asked.
She was definitely probably the hottest chick of the 90s, I would say.
Oh yeah. This movie is still awesome. I think it just got lost in because all of Cameron's movies are, except for Piranha 2, which is more horror, every one of them are sci-fi based. And I feel like James Cameron likes sci-fi more. So I feel like he's paying attention to those more. I think he thinks this was just a fun little action movie. There's not much to it. Whereas he thinks Terminator is profound. Abyss is interesting. Avatar is a world that I've created. Titanic is this important historical event. I think he just thinks True Lies is like, that was a fun action movie I made with my buddies and had a lot of good times.
Well, it was Arnold's idea. This wasn't James Cameron coming to Arnold. This was Arnold.
Maybe there's not.
Yeah, it was after the failure of The Last Action Hero. And I watched James Cameron talking about this the other day. And Arnold was so down after the failure of The Last Action Hero. And James Cameron was like, what's wrong? He's like, I don't know. I think I'm done. I need to come back with something. So I said, oh, well, let's do something else. So then they came up with True Lies. And it was Arnold, I think, actually saw the French movie. And then they decided to make it into this movie. And they did, but what's interesting is that like even Cameron and Arnold rarely talk about this one. So
Yeah.
I think there's various elements of the movie because remember there was like protests at the time about from the Arab League or something about how they were portrayed and things like that. So I think Cameron is just sort of just buried a bit and just like it's a product of the time, so maybe we best not talk about it. And I was like, well, I don't care about any of that. The movie's still entertaining. I mean, you get bad guys of every creed and color in movies, so
it's been happening since the 80s. I mean, geez.
Yeah. All this stuff is a bunch of crap, right? Like,
it's a bunch of horse shit. Yeah.
I mean, if you watch foreign films, there's other, like there's other bad guys as well that they use, right? Like, so, I mean, I don't know. I never understood this. Like, let's get angry. It's like, okay, well, here's an idea. Watch the movie then, and then everything's fine and go on with your day. Like, nobody's watching a movie and then walking away thinking, wow, I used to think X people were amazing. After seeing this movie, I think those same people are now garbage. Like that doesn't happen unless the person's like mind is warped, in which case anything would trigger that emotion. You could be in the lineup and get an ice cream and the person in front of you is this X race, and then you get pissed off and say, I hate them all. Like, I mean, people who actually get affected by this, I've never been affected by any movie to hate or like something based on that. Like,
that's because we're intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, that's outrageous.
The thing is that if you look at films generally, you look at films in other cultures, they're unapologetic. You don't look at Japanese movies and they're like, hey, this Godzilla movie has all these Japanese actors in it. There's no diversity.
Yeah, there's no white people in it or black people.
There's no white people in it. Right, because they're not worried about that. This is where we seem in North America to get in our own fucking way. And we're just sitting there and we're worried about this and that and everything. And while we're worried about it, the other countries are making their damn movies how they want to make them, and they don't have these limitations that you see on other ones.
Well, they're not as worried about the American market. Right. We're always worried about the foreign market, so you got to be careful about how we portray things because that's foreign money.
Yeah,
most of these other countries are like, if it goes to America, fine. But we're not making it for America.
But that's why the budgets are also inflated, because their budgets are so inflated. They need the foreign market.
They have to.
Right. Like they need to have it. Without China's support in film, it's like, or India or all these other countries, like they need them, right? Like, why don't you make the budgets less? Make the movies under 2 hours. Make them good quality pictures, right? Mm-hmm. Don't have 4 million special effects shots. Like, just limit the effects to the effects that you actually need that serve the story, right? And make your movie that way. It worked for decades and decades and decades. What was the price of this movie? This must have cost a lot.
I was just looking it up. It's a $115 million budget. It did a worldwide gross of 378.
Yeah,
3 point. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, for 100
massive hit though.
Massive
hit. I said,
100 million for this. I mean, this movie looks. What was the year?
94.
It still. I didn't watch the. I don't have the 4K. I don't have the 4K version. I watched it off Disney. It's on Disney Plus. So I watched.
So you got the HD. You got the.
So it's but it's not the 4K version because everything looked fine. It looks awesome. I mean, maybe there's one. You do see the face of. You see it's not Schwarzenegger a couple of times. Right?
It's pretty blatant when they show that, but it's fine.
It doesn't really take me out of the movie because I'm an adult who's seen other films and realized that Schwarzenegger probably didn't jump off that thing or it's like that probably wasn't him, right? Like I think even as a little kid, I knew it's like that ain't that guy.
We watch canon movies. We're totally fine with.
Guy
once in a while.
Like Chuck Norris is a black guy. Sometimes you're like, really? You couldn't even
just happen.
You really couldn't even find a skin match, like a skin tone match. In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, they keep saying that Brad Pitt and Leo DiCaprio are great matches. He keeps saying the running joke in that movie is like, he's a great match, and everyone's like, oh yeah, he's a great match for you. It's like, no, he's not. They don't look anything alike. But they just put a wig on him. But that's the funny part of it, right? Like you watch any of these shows. Yep. So if this movie looks friggin' fantastic.
Yeah.
For being that old, I don't know why they can't take 100 million and make a damn. I would say like 80 million is enough to make a damn fine, 100-minute movie.
Yeah.
Like you don't need more than that.
I
can't, right? This movie, if it was 100 minutes and they really reduced that middle crap, this would be like a 10 out of 10 easy.
Oh yeah,
like,
easy.
I mean, easy.
Hands down.
The action is still awesome, man. Shit, even now, like with all these movies that have come out, James Cameron, man, like fuck, we're never.
And that's why I can't get mad at this movie. Is the action lets me ignore all the bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this part's on. I'm going to go do something else. Oh, wait, I got to make sure I get back for the assault on the island and everything. And I will never not pay attention to the Harrier scene.
That whole thing is awesome.
Every second of it is awesome. Him taking the damn thing off. That's a trademark Tasker takeoff. It's just textbook.
That was fun. That was fun. I found Tom Arnold very funny. Because I like that he's just like the regular guy. And there's always the sidekick guy, but this guy had a lot of personality for the sidekick. And then he's like, you know what? I don't want to be in the van anymore.
I'm not going to be in the van anymore.
I'm not doing it anymore. So I'm going to do. But
he's like, somebody has to sign for this plane. I'll do it. You got a pen?
That was funny. And he's like, no, he's good. And then he comes, he's like, you haven't flown one of these in like 10 years. I go, it's like a bicycle. You never forget. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Like when they dance as well. When is it Weisel or Zeisel? The other guy is called.
Yeah. He's good.
But then like, care to tango? I'd love to. And if it's the roses, they start tangling around. I love all that stuff. That's really funny.
That guy was funny. I like you, but you see, that guy was good too. This is another thing. There's another positive when they go to interview the guy, and he's got the camera, and you could see it. And you see it's that guy. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. And he could shoot. Like you thought, he's the nerdy loser tech guy, but no, he was good too. There's a lot of awesome stuff in this movie. This is a tough one. Like it's very tough because the good parts are
there's some amazing moments, and then there's other moments where like, So
I don't hate it as much. Charlie, I'm just being slightly more dramatic. I don't really hate the middle that much. I'm just being more dramatic to counter your absolute love for it. I need to take you down a little bit.
And that's honestly, this is where we have fun with it. Someone's got to be. Too many times we're all like, "This movie's fucking awesome." Yeah. No one has anything else to say about it. Yeah. I liked that I was going to be the odd man out. Yeah. The thing is, I'm defending a fucking movie that's awesome. You know what I mean?
Right. There's not much.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to take offense with anything. No. It's like we all enjoy the movie. I mean, fuck, I got the 4K. Jay, Jay, do you want me to get you the 4K for Christmas?
Sure. I'll
there you go.
Awesome.
It's on Amazon here, so I'll order it, and then next time
I want to check out all the special features. That's the other thing I haven't had a chance to look at.
I have. They're good. The thing is about this movie is that, like, watching Cameron, whatever we're talking about, it's always fascinating just hearing like the behind the scenes of it, and like how they did like the bridge explosion using miniatures and things like that, and
that
so much effort into it. It looks amazing.
And you know, when they're grabbing Jamie, like shit, there's a lot of intent. You're like, oh, this is really good. And they're fight. Dude, they're fight. I like when there's a lot of things going on. Okay, it's not that just he has to grab her from the car. It's just that the driver's dead. Yeah. So now it's flipping around. But it's not just that the driver's dead and flipping around. They're fighting within it.
Yep.
And not only are they fighting within it while the driver's dead and it's flipping around and he's got to control, the bridge is taken out, so he has a time limit on it. This is what real action movies were about. Have we seen car chases? Sure. Have we seen fighting in the car? Sure. Have we seen cars going out of control? Sure. But we're seeing it all in one movie with a time limit of the bridge being taken out and the guy having to get down and grab her. So there is a lot going on. This is what Indiana Jones used to be. If you think of Temple of Doom with the conveyor belt, think of that.
That's what I miss from action scenes. It seems exactly like this, though, a sense of genuine peril, because everything else is like green screen, whatever these days. But there's like a sense of scale to. I mean, I remember whenever I was watching Axel F, the Netflix.
Oh yeah, terrible.
For it, right? And I remember hearing that there's a score track called Axel's Return, and it's this amazing piece of music, and it's not even in the film. And I had this picture in my head, and I was like, there's going to be a scene in the city, and there's going to be a helicopter flying through, and he's going to be running along a truck and jump onto the helicopter. The truck's going to crash. It's going to fucking blow up. It's going to be this awesome action scene. And I was like, oh wait, nothing like that happened at all.
Right.
No. Yeah. But that's the power of music, baby. Because hear that.
I should be making movies because I know what I want to see.
Right. Yeah.
But they're not, because they're not plotting the action scene as though they're plotting the movie. The action scene itself has to be a movie.
Yeah.
Like action scenes in their own thing are mini movies because
they have to have a beginning, middle, and an end. Yeah, I always talk about the stunt coordinators. Yeah,
exactly. We remember the one, I forgot what was the name of the movie when we had the director on, and there's that great chase in it. Yes. So what was the name of the movie?
Art Camacho is
Recoil
was a movie.
Recoil.
Gary Daniels. Yeah.
That was legitimately very well choreographed with that truck. Like movie. I was like, holy, this truck is like fucking destroying. You know what happened?
Yeah, I haven't seen a movie in ages where I've gone, oh fuck, that is awesome. How did they do that? And I was like, oh, it's CG. You know,
that's what happened. We did Havoc, and we're like, oh, this should have been awesome. Yes. It's all CG.
Yeah,
and that's what's killing. That's why
because you can always tell,
every time it does. Like we can tell the AI on this movie because we know it, so we can see the difference. Yeah. But that was one of my biggest takeaways from this movie. Watching it over and over again, it's like all this is happening. Like every bit. Like the Harrier jets on the building was a Harrier jet off of a gimbal arm.
Yeah,
like remote control. Like it. They're in a physical size of a Harrier jet.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
All the stuff on it is cool.
All the guys lined up at the window, and then Arnold just fucking comes up.
Yeah. So see, look at that. Okay. So now it's not just the jet. It's the girl on the edge of the thing climbing. He's climbing up. His thing gets his thing falls and goes onto the jet. Then he goes on it, and then he's trying to get her. So the windows are broken. He's trying to get her, but then she grabs the end. It's one thing after another thing. Speed is a good example. We covered that not too long ago. Yeah. Another good one where like, and this is how you get these movies. You got to make your movie bulletproof, man. And no pun intended. It's like you walk out, you're like, so I can say, I didn't like that middle part, but nobody can say you didn't like that ending. Because if you did, that's outrageous. It's like, but even the beginning, the horse thing, it's like, it's so cool. Like, it's just such an, like, who thought, like someone had to write that down. Like, okay, make a unique action scene. That's difficult. You start to think like, okay, what do I got? What can I do? I can do a chase. Yeah, how many chases are there? Right? Like we can do a foot chase. Well, Point Break has a great
horse
foot chase.
How
about horses? Oh, how about a motorcycle and a horse? Okay, but are they going to be running down the street? Well, they're going to go into like a building and go up elevators.
What
the hell's happening? You're like,
excuse me.
I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And then it doesn't stop. It continues.
Yeah.
Like you thought it, even if it just stopped there, like let's say they didn't go in the elevators and they just fought and then they ran off. You'd be like, that was pretty good. But it's just another thing. And then another thing. They just keep pushing it and pushing it. They're not doing that in any movie now, even if it's action or not, even in sci-fi. Like I know you saw Predator. I didn't see Predator, but I can guarantee you without seeing it that there's nothing like that going on, right? No. Nothing that keeps pushing it forward, right?
This is No, go ahead.
I was just going to finish up. I actually want to see Predator again this weekend. I'll go see it with Ed because I'm curious. Have I been too hard in this movie? Because everyone else seems to love it, and I'm like, am I wrong?
I don't think so. I think you're being too kind. I thought you were being kind. I'd give it a 0. Okay, let me watch. I'll buy it anyways for my Predator collection and just slip it right in and then never touch it
and
again.
Just watch it. Like I have Prey on 4K and it's still a cellophane wrapper. I mean, I watched it maybe like 3 or 4 times, but like I watched the English version, then I watched the Comanche version, whatever else. But yeah, anyway,
I'll wait for the good version to come out.
Yeah.
So that's not happening. I also bought it and slid it right in, and it's never been taken back.
It's funny. I was going to do like an article on the site today, and I was like, "Well, I do an article ranking the Predator movies," and then I was like, "No, everybody else is doing it. I can't be arsed. Why is this?" And I was like, "Fuck off!" And I was like, "No, I can't be bothered." So I'm just
go watch our stream on it. We ranked them already.
Yeah, we ranked them there. Yeah, so,
ranking the Predator movies. Well, I think it's pretty easy. 1, 2.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter about the order after because that's the thing. Yeah,
there isn't any other Predator movies. That was easy.
For me, I would say Predator 1, Predator 2, Predators.
Yes.
Killer of Killers, I actually liked. Prey, Badlands, AVP, The Predator, and then AVP Requiem. I think would probably be my ranking. So there you go.
I think that's pretty much what we said for the most part.
Unless you're someone else who put Prey.
Unless you're someone else.
Yeah.
I noticed that the person in question stopped fighting me on that V for Vendetta.
He's on his own, man.
He knew better.
I let him spin his wheels. It's fine.
Nobody wants that director on that movie, which we just happened to cover, which is pretty awesome. Like we really don't need that. We really don't need that.
That wound was fresh a little bit. Like no, let's
that's and that movie holds up. True Lies holds up. V holds up. These movies are holding up pretty strong. V really held up very strong. Like it's not even safe to say it held up. It's awesome. I don't need to say it holds up implies that it shouldn't hold up. Right? Like it's awesome. Same even True Lies. Like I can't believe it. I know James Cameron loves his AI, but he could have just did it. Yeah. I just watched the normal version. Looked pretty damn good.
While I remember, so I've ordered it. It's actually arriving at your house tomorrow.
Oh, so, beautiful! Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's coming from Amazon, so when the Amazon guy comes in, I'm like, what the hell's that? It's a bomb. So no. So
Owen, I have about 5 million things coming from Amazon.
Well, none of it is this though.
That's right.
So Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
In his lobby.
They literally know me. They don't even put it as a note in your thing. They're just like sometimes they call me, Jason. It's here. Yep. Or I'll see the message and I come down and hey, Angry.
One of those bank tubes, and it's just that vacuum thing.
With the shadow.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, just like the shadow.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Like, although the whole point of these shows is to nitpick movies, and that's what we're doing here. So if anyone's going to comment, be like, "Oh my god, how could you? This movie's awesome," whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, it is still awesome. We still enjoy it. I still bought the 4K. I still watch it. It's just not in my top 5 Arnold movies." The thing is, that's what was the point I was wanting to make just about Arnold, and I was like, I'm hating the narrative that's happening now, where everyone's like, "Oh, finally they're making a good Running Man movie because the Arnold movie sucked," and then Predator Badlands is like the best Predator movie. Finally, they made a good Predator movie. I was like, if this is your opinion, you're a fucking dick. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now because no, the Arnold movie.
Most of it feels like rage bait anymore too.
Yeah, it's all bots. None of it's real. That's the thing. It's like.
It's all bot. It's all It's all Chat GPT or whatever the fuck it is, man.
Troll farms and shit like that, just for engagement. And I that's why I never comment on posts. If people respond or whatever, like some dick commented on the Facebook page or say, I saw Alex had posted a poster for something, and this guy was like, "Is this really an action movie?"
I saw that.
Yeah, and I was like, "Stop being a fucking pernickety wee cunt and shop." Right? It's like it's a fucking movie. Who cares? Move on.
I don't think I saw that.
I just can't be arsed.
J-Man's hunting it down now. Like,
I gotta find that.
Son of a bitch.
I do like. I like arguing with people. I definitely like arguing with people who don't know anything in a subject that I know everything on. Right, that makes it even better because then I can destroy them better. But like, even if I don't know anything, I'll argue just for the heck of it. The internet is not for life.
Yeah. The dead internet theory is 100% true. Yeah. I agree with that. Where just everything is like bots and whatever else. So like I keep getting friend requests from people who aren't real. Like they have mutual friends, but I'm like, no, you just don't look like a real person. And I was like, unless it's somebody who I've heard of and looks real, then don't add me because I'm not interested. But
I hate hey, you may know this person. Well, I fucking don't, and I don't wanna. So
I do know them. They were a dick, and I don't want to be friends with them. So go away. There's a reason we're not friends.
So James Cameron's filmography, I'm just looking at it too. I mean, I think Steve, you said it was one of the weakest ones. Do you think Piranha 2 is?
I have never seen Piranha 2.
I can't comment on it. I didn't see it.
I've never seen it either. I've never.
I think I own it. I'm not sure. I don't know if I own it.
I did a whole Piranha rewatch over the summer. I started there and went all the way through all the new ones. I was like,
I have Piranha 3 and Piranha 3 Double D, which is the best name ever.
My God.
I enjoy those movies, but I've just never seen the other ones. Not for any particular reason. I've just not seen them. Yeah.
Piranhas won't even eat you. That's the other funny thing. It's like they won't do anything.
Or two, they fly. They got the flying fish.
That was James Cameron's innovation.
Yeah.
Okay, so Terminator, obviously that's a masterpiece. Aliens is a masterpiece. Abyss. What about Abyss? True Lies versus Abyss?
I love The Abyss. The Abyss, I think, is.
I think The Abyss is better.
It's a better movie, but I watch True Lies more because
The Abyss is also too long. The thing is, Cameron is self-indulgent. His movies mostly go on too long. And he could do with a bit more judicial editing. I mean, for fuck's sake, Avatar 3 hours and 11 minutes for part 2, and like that whole final act on the sinking ship thing, and I was like, we saw that before, Jim. You did that already in like The Abyss and Titanic. We've seen this enough with the water, and you could have just cut that out. But
Yeah.
No, the Abyss I like because I like the characters, and I think Michael Biehn is fantastic. I think amazing. He's really good. I think I love the score. It's amazing. I think it's Alan Silvestri. Is it Alan Silvestri or Jerry Goldsmith? I can't remember now.
The Abyss.
Yeah, I think it's Jerry Goldsmith actually. Yeah, it is. But yeah, the music's amazing. I think the scene whenever she drowns is just an amazing piece of acting. Like his responsibility, Ed Harris, is great in it. I just think that the performances in the movie are great. But yeah, it's an odd one, The Abyss. But no, I do still really enjoy it. That's actually of the 4Ks that he's done. That's my favorite in terms of the quality. I thought nothing really jarred about that. Nothing really jarred about Aliens either. To be honest, that was all right.
I need to get the other two. I just got True Lies, but I want to get Abyss and Aliens.
Yeah.
There's I never got the Terminators on 4K either because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I would hold off just now because I mean I thought that the first Terminator looks great. The T2 is a bit waxy and weird looking, and everyone's sort of hoping they're going to do like a proper version of it, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, if I have it on Blu-ray, I'm waiting unless it's like. I mean, I was going to say unless the top 10 movie, but Terminator is a movie that I should. I was just realizing I never got the Running Man 4K or Blu-ray. I don't know how I missed that. I was looking on my list. I'm like, oh shit, I don't have. So I was like, I'll have to grab that one.
I think I got Blu-ray.
What about Titanic? I mean, do you guys like Titanic? I thought it was pretty damn good.
Titanic is the first time, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. I've watched it. I think twice. I watched it once in the cinema, and then once in those two VHS tapes back in the day.
Yeah,
I never bought it on DVD. I see it on 4K sometimes, and I'm like, am I ever going to watch it? No.
I'll be honest with you. I think Titanic is awesome, and I do think it's been neutralized. And I've given it multiple watches. The wonder in that movie is stunning. Like I
think it's awesome too. Yeah,
the attention to detail in that, and it is like one of the few romance movies I can actually stomach. So I think it's better in True Lies. The only one of Cameron's filmography I think is below True Lies is probably Avatar, the Avatar movie.
The two Avatars.
I just like I don't look forward. Like I rewatched Avatar after I got on Blu-ray. I rewatched it. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
You see, the Avatar movies are an experience. You have to watch them on the big screen in 3D, IMAX 3D, and then you're like, oh, this is great, and whatever else. And then you watch it at home, you're like, this is all right. But it's just not the same. So
I've seen the first one twice, once in theater, once on DVD. I've never gone back to it, and I still haven't watched part 2. Yeah. I just haven't had the want to sit down and watch part 2.
So, it's way too long for what it is. These are fantasy movies.
It should have just been the one movie. We didn't need the sequels. That was the thing.
It was done. The part 1 was done.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind
17 minutes. Like, fuck off.
Like, I don't mind I don't mind having a fantasy franchise of these characters, but it's got to be a fantasy. He's treating it like it's a science fiction film. It's not science fiction.
Yeah.
It's super fake. Their entire ecosystem is impossible.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad. Pandora has no natural predators, no natural poisons or anything. It's the most perfect place. That cannot sustain itself. How the second they eat something, like you've ruined the environment. Like it's a science fiction super mess. So it's a fantasy. That means it's not science fiction. It's a fantasy movie. Fantasy movies need to be whimsical and fun and rewatchable. They cannot be 3 hours. If Wizard of Oz was 3 hours, you can't watch it in 3 hours. Like Lord of the Rings is one continuous long epic journey. Avatar is not. Avatar is one, like, what is it? I don't even know what it is. I don't remember the storyline. It's like the guy. It's not about.
If you've seen Dances with Wolves, it's the same story as that.
Yeah, and it's not. It's not them going on an adventure. Like The Hobbit is going on an adventure. Lord of the Rings is going on an adventure, and the adventure is long and perilous, right? Like not like, I fell in love with these creatures. That can be done in like 100 minutes.
Yeah.
So. Right, like realistic. I mean, Dances with Wolves was too long. I didn't see that movie though, but it looked really long, and I thought, I know what's going to happen. Do I really need to watch it?
I know it's actually one of my favorite movies.
Oh, maybe I should watch it then.
Dance with Wolves is fantastic. It has an amazing score. The music is gorgeous. I love it. I actually have it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch it. I'll check it out and see what I think. But like, it never interested me when it came out. I was like, okay, I mean, it looks okay, but you know, like Braveheart is about a person, or like if you're talking about other movies that are long, like Lawrence of Arabia or Ben-Hur, or where it's about a person and their entire life and their journey, that needs to be long. Lord of the Rings is an entire world with many unique characters, elves and dwarves. This is all blue people. They all look the same. It's like it's not like there's the red-skinned people and the giants and the trolls and the rock people, and then all of them are all doing an adventure and we're learning about each of them. It's like, it's not like that. It's just one race. It's like, that's it. Now he's introducing another race, I think. Is there another race in this one?
The fire tribe, whatever they're called.
Yeah, but they're not doing anything. They're just hanging out. He's treating it like a science fiction movie and not like a fantasy movie. Yeah. But it's not a science fiction. It's a bad science fiction movie. Like Abyss is a better science fiction movie because that shows you the technology and how it would work. Like the deeper you go, you do have to breathe that water because the pressure would kill you. So that's a thought out science fiction movie. So as the Terminator has science fiction elements, these ones aren't. They're fantasy. It's fake. Yeah. And if you're going to do a fantasy movie, you either do Lord of the Rings and have like 9 or 10 epic characters who each have a journey, or you just make it like a fun, quick movie, like Never Ending Story or something.
Yeah. You see, and people might think, "Oh, what's this relevant?" This is all James Cameron stuff, so it's relevant. So
yeah, well,
we are sort of comparing them all. Yeah, you know, Sphere. I've never seen that. I just heard reviews for Sphere whenever it came out in the 90s, and then I never bothered watching it. Was it any good? Have you guys seen it?
I saw it. I saw it, and I read the story because it's a Michael Crichton.
Yeah, so did my wife, and she didn't like either.
I didn't like either.
Okay, there you go. So it's as good as the story, but. Yeah, the story wasn't that good.
It's not great.
Michael Crichton,
no, it is a cool idea.
It is a cool idea. It didn't hit. It got too weird, especially at the end. It got too weird. But Michael Crichton wrote a book where I actually thought the movie was better than the book, which is rare, which is Jurassic Park. The movie's better than the book, believe it or not.
My wife likes the book more, but she hates the kid in the book. So I guess the kid in the movie is better than the kid in the book. But
yeah, well, actually, you know who's really sucks in the book is John Hammond, the Richard Attenborough character. He's horrible.
Oh yeah.
He is like ridiculously evil.
But she likes the science of it, so which is more in the thing. I like Sphere. I bought Sphere. I have it on DVDs, so I mean, I thought Sphere was okay, but it's like kind of horror. It's a cheap horror movie, so I'm like, I'll like it.
I'm just looking here, because Steve, I'm gonna get you the 4K of Bloodsport for Christmas. So, because I think there's the Steelbook. I'll have a look at HMV when I'm in Glasgow next month. So
okay, cool. Thank you.
So I will pick that up for you. Yeah. Anything else about True Lies? Did we mention Tia Carrera?
He was awesome. I like too that like you thought that she was in charge and that random guy came over and slapped her face.
Yeah, and you're like, oh yeah, this is a great jarring moment. Yeah,
that was jarring.
I mean, there are so many moments that you remember in this movie that just come back to you like, oh yeah, that was a good movie. That was a good moment. That was a good moment. It was literally just the whole Bill Paxton storyline. That was too much, and that could have just been truncated somewhat or whatever.
I literally timed it, and the first act was 43 minutes. The second act was 43 minutes. And then the third act was like 45 or 46 minutes. I timed it because I knew it was a 3-act movie. And I'm like, how long is this middle part that I remembered I didn't care for? And I timed it. I'm like, it's literally the same length of time as the first act.
Watch Siskel Ebert's review. Siskel said the middle half an hour with Jamie, he goes, he thought it was terrible and he couldn't recommend the movie based on that, whereas Ebert said, I'm recommending it. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is exactly, I was like, you're right. And he said he goes, I think that, he goes, and Siskel's like, that middle part wasn't that long. And Gene was like, I think it was like half an hour. I'm like, so it's actually 40 minutes. I don't actually hate Bill Paxton. I thought he was very funny in that role.
Oh yeah, Bill Paxton is always great.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit this movie. Like Schwarzenegger's bad. I don't like that they're going to take the piss out of him. Oh, let's make him look like an idiot now, and he's like this goofy guy. He's like, oh, I got to sleep with my wife. And so, did you sleep with him? And it's like, what's your problem? Like, just go up and talk to her like a normal human being. Like, you're a badass guy. Go up and talk to her and say, hey, listen.
Yeah,
like,
a marriage is about communication. So
like not interrogation. Oh, a marriage is about communication, not interrogation. That's not to be the tagline for the stream.
For sure. No. Anybody else have any other True Lies? But we made it over an hour. Wow, there we go, an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so much for. I know we had a lot to say about this one, though. There was a lot to dissect.
I would have liked to have heard what. I'm pretty sure John would have really loved this movie and just really gushed over it. No, not to make fun. No, I'm making fun of him. Yeah. Like I think he really would have. I think he would have loved it, but I would have. I would have liked to have heard his opinion only because he has the marriage experience. So I would have liked to have heard what his, because when I first saw it, I was like Charlie. I was like, this is like friggin' awesome. I love this movie. We're like high-fiving out of the theater. I was like, I gotta go see that again. I didn't think about it. But then when I'm like older, I'm like, man, this is kind of stupid. Like, why is this? It's just weird, right? But Bill Paxton is funny. Like, he's very funny, and he's pulling the same gag again. And at the end of the movie, he's still doing the same gag.
We definitely lost him too soon. R.I.P. Bill.
Yeah, we did lose him.
Yeah. He's returning for Monarch season 2.
Hopefully, it's not boring like season 1.
What's the matter, Owen? You don't like not seeing any monsters in a giant
in Legacy of Monsters? Yeah.
Why do you want to
got like 3 episodes?
Yeah, and then the lead girl, she was just insufferable. I just didn't like her. I was like, I just want to see some monsters, and like they would put them in and sort of tease them occasionally or whatever, and I was like, boring. So we'll see. Let's see. Does anyone remember? Was it one of the movies he wanted to make their contracts back then? Were ones they pick in movies they had to make. No, this one he picked after as we were saying earlier. It was after the failure of The Last Action Hero. He came to James Cameron, and he'd seen the original version of True Lies, the French film, and they came up with the idea of doing the remake of that. And the rest is history, as they say. But everyone was wanting a sequel to True Lies, and I was surprised it didn't, because it was a hit. But I think Cameron, because I think he was quite taken aback by the backlash it got from the various groups and whatever, that he just didn't want to make it. He said, I think he said terrorism wasn't fun anymore after 9/11. And I was like, well, was it ever? That seems like an odd thing to say. Maybe I'm paraphrasing or whatever, but it was sort of like that, where it wasn't, entertaining that way because it happened in real life or whatever. But I was but anyway.
But I think that kind of stuff like helps people to sort of kind of like, I don't want to say get over it, but like feel a little bit better, or like it's like a cathartic experience or whatever. It's like that kind of a thing. So I don't see movies. It's like, is it too soon? Like I don't really like. I mean, it's not too soon. It's a movie, right? Like,
right.
I mean, Last Action wasn't bad, but I made a mistake coming out.
Yes, that was the problem. He released it the same summer as Jurassic Park, which was a foolish mistake.
I love Last Action Hero. The idea of going in and grabbing villains from the other movies is such a. And then Freddy Krueger was going to be one. Like if you pause and see all of the guys he was considering.
Yeah, he had the list.
Yeah. So it's like he was going to go get Freddy Krueger, and she was like, "What?"
People look back on the movie very kindly, and I think it holds up well. I think literally, Angry Gamer's right about it was just the bad timing releasing it in the same time as Jurassic Park, which just won that summer. So
I mean, that is an awesome movie.
It is, yeah. It wasn't seen as escapism anymore. Exactly. Terrorism became just a bit too real for everybody, and you're just like, and that was also the reason why we just didn't really get that many action movies in like the early 2000s after that, and that's why we ended up getting the Bourne movies, where it wasn't about explosions and things, but more him, doing hand-to-hand combat and things like that. And they're like, people don't want to see explosions anymore. And I was like, yes, they do.
We do,
because I know the difference between reality and fiction. But,
yeah. It was like right when Swordfish whenever that was going to come out. That was
Yeah.
the big one. That's the one that kind of fell on the grenade. Yeah. And they were like, okay. And honestly, it's probably the last one we've seen of that type of action movie when it came out after 9/11 and that stuff.
Yeah exactly. So does anybody have anything cool coming up this weekend on your channels or whatever?
What do we got coming up? We got a rerun, but the following week we're doing Jet Li's The One with
nice. I like that.
Jason Statham with hair.
Yeah, with hair. Yeah.
So that's not official. That's not an official Statham.
Well, we did Homefront a couple months ago, and it starts out with him with that excellent mullet because he's in the biker gang. And then my co-host picked The One, and I'm like, are we only doing Statham movies that has hair? Is that like our new thing now?
You should do that. The hair.
But it's not a Statham movie. I mean, it's a Jet Li movie, but I love The One, man. That is straight up 2000.
I am nobody's bitch. I am Yulaw.
Yeah, Yulaw. He's fighting a mountain of them or whatever. What the shit? That was the best.
It was the prison planet that they dropped him on.
That movie's awesome.
Prisoners.
Needle
drop after needle drop in that movie. It's like down with the sickness, bodies hit the floor, all that shit.
Oh yeah, those were all my jams back in the day.
So Charlie, if you do the Jason Statham hair series, you should call it the Hair Necessities.
There you go.
I want to say we're doing Transformers Marvel comics this weekend, and I just read probably the best Transformers comic.
I saw your 10 out of 10.
That comic is the new comic, but we're doing the old Marvel ones. That comic was 10 out of 10. That was awesome. But this one is even more awesome because it has Blaster, who's my favorite guy, and it's all about Blaster on Cybertron, trying to figure out what happened to Optimus and everything. And this is from the old Marvel comics, like the original run of Transformers. That we're covering that this weekend. It's friggin' awesome. So,
by the way, the stream we did last week on Precinct 13. I saw on Precinct 13.
Yes.
That got tons of retweets and likes and comments and shares. So that was a very popular one because nobody cares about any of my streams normally. So I'm lucky because, one or two likes or something, and then that's it, and then they're forgotten about. So, but I don't know. I just chat with you guys. I don't care if anybody watches or not.
That's right.
But I love all of you who do watch the Real Popcorn, Jack Slaw, Angry Gamer, all you guys, Adam. I appreciate you all watching. So all four of you. Actually, there's 9 people watching. So
there's 9 people.
Yeah, awesome. So next week we're talking Maximum Risk. Is it one of Van Damme's more underrated movies? So that should be interesting. Look forward to that. So we actually have it planned out for the rest of this year. So next week, Maximum Risk. The week after, we're doing The Long Kiss Goodnight because that's sort of Christmas season. And then our final stream of the year is The Year in Action, where we're going to talk about the various highs and lows of the action movie scene from this year. And I'm going to take a break for a while. So we'll maybe come back in the new year if anybody cares. And then if they don't, then we won't. So we'll see how it goes. So next week is Maximum Risk. So looking forward to that. Anybody else have any other thoughts or anything to add? No? Stay tuned for Steve's review of The Running Man coming Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go choke. So if you're watching, you are the action on it.